All right, here we are, Don Potter again, and we're going to be looking at, we're still looking at the Anglo-Saxon prefixes, and right now we're going to be reading practice sentences, and these are sentences that use the words that you just read in lesson one. So be sure you've watched lesson one, make sure you can read all the words, and then practice those words in these sentences. And as we go through the program, you'll have one lesson where I talk about the spelling patterns to be learned and the words to come that you need to understand. And then we're going to look at their usage in sentences. It's always important to look in sentences because then we have the syntax or the grammar in play. And that will help to cement these into your memory and also help you to develop some reading fluency. So, and now what I would recommend that you do is stop the recording, read the sentence yourself, then start the recording and listen and see if you've got all the words correctly. On the other hand, if you are struggling with some of these, of course, you can listen to it first, go through them first, listening, then go back and try and read it yourself, and someone else can listen to you, or you can read it yourself, stopping the video, read it yourself, then play the video, so you can test yourself. So you really can do this on your own. And so here we go. Number one, learn one lesson at a time, and you will not feel overworked or be overwhelmed. Number two, the phonetic method of teaching reading hath withstood the test of time. That means that the phonics method gets good results. And if you've been through my natural phonics primer, a universal safety net for literacy, you know for yourself what I'm talking about. I'm sure your reading has improved greatly, as have many, many other kids in my tutoring and across this country that are using this method, phonetic method. Number two, do not forsake your best friends in time of need. And that's very good advice. You wouldn't want your best friend forsaking you. Number four, never forget to pay your bills on time. Number five, they besieged the town until it was finally overpowered and forced to surrender. Here, overpowered means that the people, the enemy, besieging the city, surrounding the city, not letting anyone in or out, trying to starve the people inside into surrendering, that they had more power, so they overpowered them, so they finally had to surrender. Number four, a bystander saw the rapid withdrawal of the troops. And that just means that an ordinary person, citizen, was standing there and watching the troops as they, soldiers, as they marched away and as they were withdrawn out of that area of the city. Number seven, I never overlook a four-leaf clover. And here, overlook has the idea of not seeing something. Number eight, it's a good idea to befriend as many good people as you can. And I would like to, I wrote the good people right there, because if you get good friends, they're going to help you. If you get bad friends, well, they're going to get you in trouble. So you want to befriend, that means to befriend means to make friends with someone. Number nine, if you overreach, you might fall and get hurt. Be careful. And so overreach, you're reaching for something too far and you fall over. And that can be in a literal sense, or it can be in a, what I was thinking there, it could be a figurative sense. By that I mean you might not overreach just physically, but for example, you might set a goal that's too high and not realistic. You can't possibly get it. Like somebody was saying they're going to jump 6 feet in the air. That's too far. Impossible for most of us. Number 10, you can build a powerful English vocabulary by overlearning the prefixes, roots, and suffixes of English words. And by overlearning, we mean that you're going to study them and study them and study them till you know them inside and out. And then you go back and study them some more and practice writing them, practice using them, watch for them in all the things that you read so that when you see them, they'll automatically be there when you need them for reading or for composition. All right, thank you for the sentences here. You can, again, as I said, you can use these, go back and read them yourself and then stop the recording, see if you can read it by yourself, and then play the recording to see if you get it right. If you feel like you need to, you can actually go through and listen to all of them, then go back and try and read them. It's also a very good idea to study them one day, come back another 2, 3 days, 4 days later, make sure that it still sticks in your mind, and that reinforcement is going to help with the long-term learning and retention. All right, we're going to go to some more Anglo-Saxon prefixes now.